Hello, everybody. Welcome to DFW Women's Club Lunch and Learn. Today, we have a financial empowerment planning with Rubio. She's the executive business director for Our Infinite Company, and we're so excited to have her here today. We've actually had her on as a speaker on one of our previous conferences, and she brought a lot of great knowledge and information. So we'd love to be able to share that information with you today. I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to her. And Rain, we look forward to hearing what you have to say today. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for inviting me. And for disclosure purposes, please forgive me. I had lost my voice a couple days ago. I was doing presentation after presentation, and I had a massive allergy attack right before today's special day. So please bear with me. And I thank you so much, Misty, for inviting me to present this information called the Solution Platform. And just a little bit about myself. I've been in the financial industry now for 17 years. This June will be 17 years. And I'm so happy to say that my husband, Anthony, and I, we actually have built an empire with this information, helping families, helping organizations, helping companies, one family at a time. And I'm just so happy and so proud of the solutions that we provide. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you and teach you about this platform, a platform and information that a lot of women do not know about. And what I feel is that's so important because in the 17 years, I have seen so many families come in and out. I've seen so many families be saved because of the solutions. So please, I hope that this information I give to you, that you find value, and all I ask you to do is please receive it with an open heart. So what I'm going to go ahead and start with is this. This is powerful. A lot of people know seeing this picture, but I don't know if people really understand exactly what this is. But this is called the iceberg theory, which is made and created by Ernest Hemingway. Okay, the theory goes is that people can only see what's on the tip of the water, which is the perception. People only see what they want to see, right? But that's the perception above level, but nobody really knows what's going on underneath it all. Our platform that I'm about to share with you is so powerful because just like this iceberg, there's more to it than what you think you know. And beneath it all is what really, really matters because that tells the whole story of who you are, what you want, and also understanding your why. Okay. And above it all, I want you to understand there's so many solutions out there like life insurance, understanding living benefits, understanding retirement plans, manage cash flow and expenses, emergency funds, and also infinite docs. Because right now, there are so many women going through this, so many families, men and women, okay? But people go through day to day the sacrifices, staying healthy, staying alive, battling health issues, self-care. And self-care is so important, don't you agree, ladies? Daily goals, unexpected expenses, so much tears, sleepless nights, living check to check. Let me tell you, ladies, I've been through it. I've been through it all. I used to be that mom. I used to be a single mom where I used to go to bed crying because I was so worried about what's going to happen the next day when I knew that I was living check by check and I had to make choices. Do I have to feed my kids or do I have to pay for my utility bills? I used to be that mom until I learned these concepts and I learned how to be disciplined. And then there's accidents, unexpected things that happen, accidents, medical costs, debt, failed dreams, job loss, income loss, no savings, burial costs, family changes, worried about children education, and all emergencies. Can some of you relate with me about this? And or maybe not enough life insurance because the truth is so many families do not understand life insurance. They see it as a bill. But people don't understand what life insurance could really, really do for you. And some of the concerns is also having no life insurance or not having enough life insurance or retirement plans and understanding that it is actually affordable. Because let me tell you guys something. There is three things that every day people need to worry about and understand. And I'm not trying to, it's not to be sad or anything like that, but this is life and we have to be realistic about it. But the first thing is, if something unexpected and we are gone too soon, are you financially prepared? Number two, what if you get ill or you're sick? Do you have enough medical expenses to back you up? Do you have financial financial net to back you up on that? Or something, what if you live too long? There's a lot of people retiring, and a lot of people are also going back to work because they have to, not because they want to. So these are some of the things that we're going to discuss. So understand about life insurance, okay? There's 54% of Americans that own some form of life insurance, but there's still over 153 million in the US still without it. And I want you to understand something what life insurance does for a family. Number one, it guarantees protection. It protects your family from all financial hardships. Number two, it's an income replacement. Okay, it pays off your mortgage. You'll be able to afford childcare and healthcare. It could cover future tuition and college expenses, eliminate household debt, and preserve a family business. All the dreams and the hopes that you want for your family, a life insurance could actually protect you from that. And it also provides tax-free benefits. People don't understand how life insurance gives you tax-free advantages, okay? You are able to leave a real legacy to your family and income and tax-free benefits throughout the whole period. It also provides you peace of mind. Protect your family from the unexpected. It's really, really important to understand there's two types of life insurances out there, but also with one of them, there's many different sectors and options that you have. And it's very important, just like how you update your phone, whether you have an iPhone or Android, and you update your phone consistently, you also have to update your future planning and the solutions that you currently have. Okay, so the number one solution, the first solution I want to talk to you about is a term policy. Okay, a term policy, it only lasts for a set period. It could be 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20, 25, or 30 years. You pay a cheap premium throughout that period, but you have to understand it's only for a term period, because when that period ends, either number one, you're going to lose coverage, or number two, your premium is going to increase at the end of that period, because there's always something called a cost of insurance. That cost of insurance applies to you no matter what age and no matter what situation you're in. The cost of insurance is based differently for every single person. Okay, the term is cheaper and there's no benefits if you live past the term. Like I said, a lot of people pay cheap now. It could be very expensive later. And for some people and most people, the amount is actually unaffordable, because you could pay $30 premium now, but after 30 years, you can pay up to $500, $600, $700 a month, because now it's based on your age as you get older. And that's what I was talking about, cost of insurance. And another thing you have to worry about is, what if you're uninsurable? Because things can happen within that term period. Now, I'm not saying term is bad, because term is affordable and still suitable for people. But there's options where people can start with a term and they have time to convert it to a permanent plan and no underwriting involved, which is so amazing. So again, with a term policy, there is no cash value. It's cheap now, expensive later, and can convert to a permanent policy within 5 to 10 years, depending on which carrier that we're able to help you with. Another thing is, the second policy is a permanent policy. With the permanent policies, I want to jump down to the bottom real quick. There's different types of permanent policies out there. There's whole lives and whole life policies, which is also a final expense plan. There's a universal life. There's a guarantee universal life. There's an index universal life, and also a variable life. I put variable life in red because I don't mess with variable life policies. I don't, because there's so many different features. All these policies, though, all the permanent policies offers a all these permanent policies actually offer cash value, but the way each policy is designed is different. It's based on your suitability and need. And that's why it's so important to sit down with somebody, whether it could be me, whether it could be someone else that you know. You need to understand those options because it's your future that depends on this. But a little bit about permanent policies, it does last for life as long as your premiums are paid. It is a little bit more costly. It says more expensive, but it's still affordable. People should never be scared to say, oh, I don't want a permanent policy because it's too expensive. Based on what? Who told you that? Did you see another policy? Because just remember, every person is different. And that's why I always say you owe it to yourself to always check to see what you can get and always know your options. Okay. As long as it pays you benefit no matter how long you live. And there's different crediting strategies that allow your cash value to grow. Okay, some policies there, you got your whole life of final expense plans that maybe you have a fixed rate, but then you have some policies jumping down to like the index universal life, where you might have a higher cap, like a 12 or 15%. But what about this? We have IULs, Index Universal Life, that has an uncapped strategy with a 0% floor. And that is amazing because where can you find that? A lot of people don't know about these plans, and a lot of people don't understand that things like this exist. And this is why when they say the rich gets, what was it? The rich keeps getting richer and the poor keeps getting poorer. Whatever that quote is, business people who have proper financial planning, they understand about these plans and they understand their options, and you owe it to yourself to get educated, to sit down with somebody to teach you about that so you also know your options. Okay, so you have your cash value potential, and you also have a lifetime coverage between the ages of 100 and 121. Okay, this is why they say permanent life insurance, because you have this for life. I don't know how many people you know that lives past 100, but with all the advances and everything that's going on, I wouldn't doubt that people will in the future. Okay, so that's number one. So the second one is that these are some of the companies that actually I'm able to work with. This is just some. Okay, these are actually the top 6 that I work very close with: National Life Group Mutual of Omaha, AIG, which is now Corebridge, Foresters, Americo, North American, and Nationwide. Okay, I love the flexibility that I provide to clients because, again, and I'm going to keep on repeating this, not one family is alike. Everybody has a different suitability. Everybody has different needs for themselves, for their spouses, and also for their children. And that is so important to understand and also to be educated. Okay. The next one I want to talk to you about is living benefits. A lot of people don't understand this, and this is very, very important. And this is why this is really important to me. But I'm going to just throw this out as an example. Like one of our carriers, National Life Group, actually has all these living benefit riders included into the policy at no cost. Okay, when people apply for a policy, whether it's a term or an index universal life or a whole life, whatever option it is that they need, whether a term or a permanent policy. Okay, give me one second. No matter what type of policy, living benefits is provided. These living benefits are provided. Number one is understanding about terminal illness. It says generally, if you have been diagnosed with a terminal illness that results in death within 24 months of your policy being enforced, okay, it has to be certified that the illness is valid through your doctor or physician. Okay, and there is no waiting period on this. So what I'm saying is that if you get approved for a policy and then something happens to you the next day or the day after or a month later, you and the doctor diagnosed you with something so unexpected and says that you only have 24 months to live, you could actually file a claim already with this terminal illness benefit, and whatever amount that you have, there will be a portion, depending on the severity, that will pay out directly to you at no cost and tax-free. Okay. And then you also have chronic illness. A chronic illness is a doctor has certified that within the past 12 months that you are unable to perform 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living for a period at least 90 consecutive days without assistance, like bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toiletry, and transferring. This, I'm going to tell you, has been so amazing to my family. Okay, I filed many, many claims, but my mom, she actually had to file chronic illness before when she was diagnosed with COVID pneumonia when COVID started in 2020. And because of the things that she went through at the end of her 3-month hardship being in the hospital without family, that we couldn't even be with her. Doctors were trying to send her to a rehab facility or a nursing care facility to receive physical therapy. But because of her chronic illness, she was able to trigger it, which means that she was able to receive it, and she was able to get treatment from home with my sister and to receive physical therapy to get her back on her feet again. And I'm going to tell you, she 1000% recovered, and it's thanks to the chronic illness rider. And then you have the critical illness. To critical illness and critical injury, there's a 30-day waiting, you have to have your policy enforced for 30 days to be able to trigger these riders. And what the critical illness covers: ALS, aortic graft surgery, aplastic anemia, blindness, cancer, cystic fibrosis, end-stage renal failure, heart attack, heart valve replacement, major organ transplants, motor neuron disease, stroke, sudden cardiac arrest. And then with critical injury, you got your coma, paralysis, severe burns, and traumatic brain injury. And I want to tell you why this is so very important, okay? Because my son, my oldest son, who's 26, on March 20th, he was diagnosed with a brain tumor in his left frontal lobe of his brain. And there's certain things that he can't do. And you know, they always say, what is the number one reason why critical injury happens? Where does it happen? At work. And my son was found at work, face down. And fortunately, the person who knew him was ex-military, and she knew exactly what to do, call 911. Fortunately, he was okay, but they put him into ICU, and then they did the x-rays, and they found a tumor in his brain. So currently today, this is what I'm facing, that he cannot work for 6 months, that he is about to undergo something caused by traumatic brain injury. But if he doesn't qualify for the critical injury, guess what? He's going to qualify for the chronic illness, because there's certain things there that he cannot do today. You're talking about a healthy 26-year-old boy that actually was full of life, energetic, has no medical history, never had seizures, never had any of those things in his life. And all along, he had a brain tumor that we did not know about. And because of this, if in need, and thank God he has health insurance, okay? But if he needs, he could actually trigger the chronic illness to help him with medical costs that he unexpectedly has to face because of something that he's going to have to undergo. And on June 18th, he's going to have his first surgery. Please, any prayers for my son? His name is Ramel. I would totally appreciate that. But I'm going to tell you, I lived through these living benefits, the terminal, the chronic, critical, and critical injury, because of my clients that I help, because of my mom that I help, and now because of my son that I'm helping. So I'm 100% passionate to let you know why living benefits is so important, because let me tell you, who has $800,000 to pay for a medical surgery? But guess what? If you were properly covered, it could take care of you. And this is why it's so important to have a backup plan. And this is a massive backup plan that a lot of people don't understand, which I know a lot of people need. Also in this plan, there's an Alzheimer's disease rider, which adds to this, to the living benefits. This rider will benefit clients when they are diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease or Lewy body dementia, available for all life insurance products depending on state of approval, but also fertility journey rider. This provides couples with extra support through a one-time lump sum accumulation value credit for current clients. So if people are undergoing something with infertility issues or infertility journey, National Life Group would actually provide this rider to you to back you up to make sure your policy stays enforced. It is amazing, ladies. I love what I do, and especially because of these living benefits that we're able to provide to many, many clients. So I'm so grateful and I'm so thankful that I'm able to educate you about this. Okay. The next one is retirement planning. Retirement planning is really, truly, all it is a saving plan in which part of your money that you earn to invest in a plan for you to use when you retire. But do you even understand how your money is taxed? So number one, there's tax now, tax deferred, and tax advantage. And in each category, you have different plans and solutions that you have to understand what falls into that bucket. So with the tax now, you have after-tax money with tax growth, and then you have mutual funds, stocks and bonds, CDs, and savings account that your money goes there after it's been taxed, right? And then you have your tax-deferred money. This is before tax money, taxed upon withdrawal, which is your pensions, your 401k, 403b, IRAs, and annuities. And let me tell you something. Do you really know what a 401k and 403b is? Do you even understand your plan? All that code is the way your money is getting taxed. I understand back in the 70s and 80s, 401ks and 403bs were very, very popular. But understand now, 401k and 403b might not be the best suitable option for you. That's why it's so important to understand your options, okay? And then you have after-tax money with tax-free growth, which is Roth IRAs and also life insurance. Let me tell you something about annuities. An annuity is a contract between you and an insurance company in which the company promises you to make periodic payments to you. And one crucial thing about planning for retirement is starting early and understand the power of how compounding interest works in your favor. Because when you have consistently discipline over a long period of time, you will eventually build a more substantial nest egg over time. And so the way the annuity works, it's a series of regular payments made over a set period of time. You pay a lump sum to an insurance company, you make regular payments to you, or you could do a lump sum. And ladies, if you or your family have an old 401k, a 403b, or something just sitting there and it's not contributing and you're not working there anymore, please do not leave it there. Move it over. Okay, you can move 100% of those funds tax-free if you put it into another qualified plan, and we can help you with that. So whenever you do that, whether you make payments or you do one lump sum, the way it is that one, you can have an immediate annuity where it starts paying you over time, or you could set it up as a deferred annuity where it could actually pay you once you're ready to retire. And one thing what I really love about annuities is that it also has this rider where it guarantees you income for life. So when it's time for you to retire and you start getting payout, and if that payout depletes all the money that you had in your retirement plan, this rider continuously inactivates you to continue to receive that same monthly contribution, that same monthly withdrawal paid out to you continuously for the rest of your life as you live. And it's amazing. But again, a lot of people don't understand that these solutions work. So it's very important to get educated and just take your time to sit down with somebody who knows about these plans. Okay. Another thing is manage cash flow and expenses. And just like it says here, in order for you to move, you need to know where you're headed to. And you can also get there through something called a financial need analysis. Because number one, money is a very, very emotional decision. And money doesn't move until your emotions move. It's very, very important to have a relationship and understanding what your money is doing and where your money is sitting and what is it going to do for you in the future. But also understand that it's also something called the building block, building your financial home. And that is so important. And that is understanding your foundation and the main platform and that is the protection. A lot of people has this out of order, but honestly, if something happened to you or the breadwinner, all that is going to fall through the cracks if you don't have the proper foundation, which is protection. And there's something called an FNA, which is the financial need analysis. It's the first step to build your financial home. And what I do is I'll take something called a financial snapshot, and I'll show you and I'll understand where you're currently at to help you set your goals and also to help you get to where you want to be. And that, ladies, is very, very important, because how can you create a map if you don't even know where you're going? If nobody ever did this for you, do yourself a favor and get that done. That is so important, because that is going to help you prioritize your life. Because it's just like here that you see here called the X curve. The X curve is the goal. It's a goal to get you from being generally less secure to more secure, because it's the only one thing I've learned about life is that time waits for nobody. And no matter who you are or how disciplined you are, life is going to happen. And there's three common threads that everyone needs to consider, like I shared with you earlier, when planning for your future. What if I die too soon? What if I become ill? Or what if I live too long? So I'm here to put all those pieces together for you and to share with you wholeheartedly that if you don't have a plan in place, I can help you. If you don't want to go through me, please go with somebody that you know that can help you. But I'm letting you know I do this at no cost. I'm independent, and this is what I do for many, many of my friends. This is what I do for many companies, and I've done this for many families for the past 17 years. And if you do, it doesn't hurt. If you already have a plan, it doesn't hurt to look over it again to make sure that you are on track and that you are set for life. And I'd be happy to do that with you again at no cost. Okay, so emergency funds throughout the entire process, you will also able to build up an emergency fund where you can invest in your peace of mind with a well-prepared solution within a plan. And then that's so very important. And this will be your financial safety net when the unexpected happens. And over time, you're going to build a cash reserve that's specifically set aside for unplanned expenses or financial emergencies. Give yourself a sense of security when the unexpected happens. And some of the common examples include, and I'm sure every single one of you can relate, unexpected injury, medical expenses, loss of income because of loss of job, auto repairs, home repairs, unexpected travel. That was me on March 20th. I was out of town and I was about to go out of country when I got the emergency call about my son being in ICU. And I got up and left, and I was able to do that because I'm well prepared. So what I teach, I also do. And I think it's very, very important. Before you lead, you got to do it. And me and my family, we're very, very disciplined. Unexpected life events. And when I'm saying about life events, graduation, because it's graduation season now, or what if someone gets married or something that you want to provide. I've been able to help my clients where they were able to pull their cash value out and be able to give a graduation gift to their college student who graduates, put a down payment on a house, pay off their tuition. They were able to do this for their family. And especially in 2020, a lot of my clients were able to pay off their school loan and also pay off their home. It was amazing. And it's such an amazing thing what I do for families when we properly plan for their future. And then you have unplanned life transitions. Again, ladies, I was previously divorced. And a lot of things happened when I was divorced, the things that I went through to get to that point, and I got divorced. And let me tell you, it's not easy being a single parent. And a lot of people, a lot of women, and I hope if you're ever in this situation that you understand that you're not alone, that if you're in a position where you feel that you can't walk away because of your kids, please don't let your kids be the excuse. I'm telling you right now. Okay, but you always got to prepare for unplanned life transitions, and this is also a big plan for you that you could definitely create that for yourself for a backup plan and other unexpected expenses. Okay, so I know all of you can relate. to something, or if not, maybe you know someone who has, but just always keep this in mind and an open heart that this emergency fund is very, very important. They say 3 to 6 months. Well, what about if you could do well, what if you could create an emergency fund 6 to 10 years? Because it's happened, and I'm truly blessed to be able to do this for many, many families. And another thing we also do is estate plans and tools. We provide life's most important documents to help you and your loved ones plan for their future. For example, you got wills and estates. The last will and testaments, this allows families know exactly what their wishes are. And I want to be very, very straight up with all of you. I personally would not want to put my husband and kids in a position to make uncomfortable decisions over my life if something happened to me. I find it easier to create one now, and I will make adjustments as I continue to live. And I encourage you to do that. If you don't have one in place, you need to have one in place, because I've seen things happen. Okay. Also, one of the most important things to do, especially for parents, is you got to establish legal guardianship for your children who are minors in case something happens to you. I have seen kids get separated to foster care homes when the most unexpected things happen to families, whether they face death or a living current situation that just changes the family. I've seen that with some clients, and it's so heartbreaking. And then you got your power of attorney, ability to appoint someone you trust to make decisions rather than a court to make a decision for you. Put it down on paper. Okay. So we also have business agreements like partnership agreements, LLC operating agreements, confidentiality agreements, all business documents, family agreements for separation, child travel consents, prenuptial agreements, all other family agreements, real estate deeds, residential lease agreements, quitclaim deeds, business leases, all real estate documents, financial documents, bill of sales, commercial paper, the IOU loans, all financial documents, and all other forms like affidavits, liability waivers, letter of intent, and all other documents. And this is our platform. I do everything. And this is why I love what I do, because I'm able to change lives the same way that I changed my own. Okay. So this is the end of my presentation. This is just a snapshot. So please save this page, take a picture. If you scan that QR code will actually lead you to my information. If there's anything that I could help you with, if there's any questions that you may have, please feel free to contact me anytime. And definitely, if you know somebody that might need the services, please keep them in mind and also pass over my information. Okay, but everything I went over, the life insurance, the living benefits, the retirement plans, the infinite docs that we do, and just an FYI, I also help families with health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, which is the ACA. So this is my platform. I really appreciate you, Misty, for allowing me and DFW Women's Club, Inc. for this amazing opportunity. I love the mission that all you ladies have together to serve the community, and I just love, the sisterhood, and everything. And all of you inspire me so much. So thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. I mean, people don't understand the impact that this can have on their lives, and
Yes.
especially as you get older and you understand, like, things happen, unexpected things happen all the
Yes.
time. And
Yes.
you need to be prepared to protect yourself and your family. So thank you for
Absolutely.
sharing that amazing information. It's definitely something that everyone needs to have in their wheelhouse, make sure they understand. And that's what I love about you, is you always explain things in a way that people can understand.
Important.
So yeah, it's really important, because
Yes.
some of
Thank you.
so we appreciate you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is something that's been on my mind, and I have always set back because I've always thought it was difficult, and it's not. It's really about who the person you talk to, who you reach out to. And it's a passion for me to to help people understand exactly their options, just because I've lived through it, because I'm living through it right now. It's just so important to always have a backup plan for you and your family. So thank you again, Misty.
Thank you, and have a wonderful day. Everybody, please reach out to Rain Rubio. She's in our group. So if you, for some reason, missed, you want to put your screen back up really quick? Just in case.
Sure. And thank you
With
again
your
so
QR
much.
code. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Thank you again
She's
so
in our
much.
group. Yeah, so please make sure to contact her if you have questions or just want more information about these things, because it's really, really important for you and your family. So take care, everybody. Have a great day, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.